Mac. I don't know if it's very significant, but I thought it was worth mentioning anyway. Just comparing the point totals on the average for the starters of UNI and Chicago State. UNI starters average about 34 points a game. However, Chicago State starters average about 54 points a game.
Well, you know, when they're in there and they're in shape, they'll keep going as long as they can, and they'll get it up and down the court and do a good job of putting points on the board. As you know, they took Bradley to a one-point game at Bradley, and I believe Bradley has only lost 2 games so far this year and undefeated in the Valley. They've also went up to Northwestern and lost a 9-point game or an 11-point game at Evanston. The Wildcats will probably finish in the middle of the Big Ten race. So, you know, they've lost to 2 very good teams on the road. In fact, they've only had 3 home games so far this year, Chicago State.
That's one of the penalties of moving up into Division I, or at least trying to. Now this for Northwestern Bell as we get ready for the starting lineups of this ball game tonight between UNI and Chicago State. In sports, the clock can work for you or against you, make you a winner or a loser. It depends, of course, on how you use the clock. The same is true of long-distance phone calls. Northwestern Bell wants you to know that time can definitely be on your side. For example, did you know that when the clock strikes 5 p.m., you're immediately ahead of the game? That's right, because at 5 p.m. on weekdays, long-distance rates for calls that you dial direct to anywhere in the continental USA go down by 35%. And that means you can talk longer for less money. You see, time is working for you. Now, right now, I know you can think of a friend or a relative you'd like to talk to over the phone. They'd love to hear from you. And after 5 tonight would be the ideal time. So put the clock on your side. Call someone tonight after 5. It's about time. Long distance from Northwestern Bell. Our sponsors for Northern Iowa and Iowa basketball on WHO Sports Radio are Northwestern Bell, the Peaster Station, AGI, and American Federal Savings and Loan. Well, Mac, you weren't able to go with me up to Green Bay, Wisconsin to see how the UNI Panthers played up at Green Bay, but just my observations, and then I'll get your comment. They rallied quite well in the second half. They were down by 11 points. They came back, tied the game up at 40. However, the Green Bay players started collapsing around Ray Stork, who's had a spectacular past few games so far. And once they collapsed down on Ray Stork, that was the end of the game. Stork so far in the past 2 games against Arkansas State and Wisconsin, Green Bay have scored 21 points each.
Well, we've talked about Ray Stork in the past, and there's no question he has excellent shooting touch. He has the good sky hook, and he has the baby hook across the middle. Usually it is up to Ray as far as conditioning is concerned, how long he can stay in the game and how many points he will score. And I would certainly expect with a height advantage that Coach Berry will look to the inside to Herbert King and Ray Stork in this particular game.
The leading scorer for the UNI Panthers is Brent Carmichael, the point guard. But Ray Stork has improved his scoring average all the way up to 9.5, second best on the squad behind Carmichael. In addition, Ray Stork, who stands 6 feet 11 inches tall from Marengo, Iowa, he is a junior, is shooting 82% from the line. So if Chicago State has to foul, if they have to collapse, chances are, if Ray Stork gets to go to the line, the Cougars from Chicago will pay for it.
I'll tell you one thing before we get going, Mike. I noticed on the program for tonight's game, Chicago State has 4 assistant coaches and 1 head coach. And I asked Coach Hallberg, you know, how he can afford the luxury. And he said when things got tough, he knew he could take his coaching staff, they could scrimmage them, beat Chicago State, and get the kids to listen a little bit more to them.
UNI will be going from left to right on your radio dial to start the first half, and Chicago State will be going from right to left. John Van Wise throws the ball up. He's the referee from Waverly, and this game is underway. Chicago State controls. They go on the right side with Lehman, and top of the key, Arnold tries a shot from 17 on the pass from Lehman. It's no good. Carmichael grabs the rebound, and down the court comes UNI for the first time. Brent Carmichael standing between the circles, calling play number 1. Calls for Jay Block to clear out the right side. Pianowski foul on extended right side. On the right side, Jay Block tries to take the baseline, can't get anywhere. Low post near side, Stork. Right wing to Jay Block. Jay Block has a foul called against the Chicago State player. So Jay penetrating to the inside, drawing the foul. It's a common foul, so the ball will be taken out of bounds.
Bradley drew the foul. Now Chicago State will probably zone the inbounds pass. It's one of the few times they will go zone.
Foul on extended far side block as UNI gets it in. Far corner, Pianowski off the heel of the rim. The rebound fought for. Jay Block has it, loses control. Arnold coming down. It's a 2-on-1. Bounce pass inside. Good by Ron Cullum to get the game going. It's 2-0 Chicago State.
Arnold's the quickest guard we've seen this year.
He is very quick. Brent Carmichael going up against Arnold. Gets across the timeline, dribbling with his right hand. Bounce pass right wing to Pianowski. Pianowski holding the ball above his head. 19 minutes left to go in the first half. Chicago State up 2-0. And UNI with the ball. Pianowski on right wing. In the circle to Carmichael. Carmichael on the left side throws it to Herb King. On the foul line extended far side to Jay Block. Foul line near side to Pianowski to Carmichael. And flipping inside, Ray Stork takes the pass from Carmichael, lays it off the glass and in.
Good patience by UNI, and that's what they have to do to get the ball inside, move it around the perimeter area, and wait till Stork can seal off and get the easy layup.
2-2 our score now. Chicago State with the ball. Sherrod Arnold on the circle left side. Now hands off to Cullum. Cullum goes right wing to Zeke Rand, who's scoring 20 points a game on the average. Eludes Pianowski, puts it up and in.
Zeke Rand, he's their best shooter. You'll find that his free throw percentage is 86%, and he likes to shoot the perimeter shot.
Fakes Pianowski out of the way, got the shot from the corner. It's 4-2. Jay Block driving down the lane, draws the foul from Greg Lehman of Chicago State. He's the only sophomore starting on the Chicago State team. Matter of fact, Mac, no seniors starting this evening for Chicago State.
Well, it's a good young team, same as UNI. They have got excellent young potential. No seniors in there for UNI either.
4 juniors and a sophomore starting for Chicago State. By the way, the foul on Lehman, his first. Team foul number 2 on Chicago State. The alley-oop to King won't go. A foul on the rebound. It will go against Northern Iowa's Herb King or Ray Stork.
In fact, that time it looked like Ray Stork got in the way of Herbert King. They did not get the backdoor screen set as well as they should have, and Ray was too low, which complicated things for Herbert King around the basket.
And the foul was called on Herb King, his first, UNI's first. 2-4, our score. Chicago State leading by 2 points and with the ball. Between the circles, Lehman. Foul on extended left side to Bradley. Bounce pass in the circle to Cullum. Cullum drives the lane, fakes Stork out of the way, puts it up, no good. The rebound coming down to Herb King. Went up strong, hands it off to Carmichael. Right side, Jay Block in the near corner. Low post to Pianowski. He lost the ball off his left leg out of bounds. Good defensive pressure applied underneath the basket by Ron Cullum of Chicago State.
Not a good pass by Jay Block. He should have probably waited, had another person fill the lane on the secondary break to see if they could get an easier layup and try and make that difficult pass.
So Chicago State with the ball and with the lead at 4-2. Left side, Zeke Rand drills it from about 12 feet away.
That's his shot again. You cannot let Zeke Rand have that 15 to 18-foot jump shot.
6-2 our score, approaching the 17-minute mark from the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa. The Panthers down by 4 with the ball, looking to get back into the ball game. Far corner, Jay Block throws the top of the circle to Herb King. Right wing, Pianowski. Top of the circle, Carmichael. Back to Pianowski. Now Jay Block and Pianowski play catch on the right side. Finally down the lane, Brent Carmichael drives, the whistle blows, and I believe that Brent Carmichael has drawn a foul from Sherrod Arnold.
That's excellent. Now Carmichael took his man low around the baseline, came out off 2 screens into the middle area, received the pass, and if Arnold has to chase Carmichael around all night like that, we will be able to draw some fouls for the UNI Panthers.
Arnold's first foul, team foul number 3 on Chicago State. UNI has 1. It'll be inbounded from the hash mark near side. The block in the near corner to Pianowski. Low post, Stork. He's triple team. Turns around, takes the shot anyway. Hits the side of the rim. Herb King goes up strong, puts it up, no good. Tapped up again, no good. Pianowski again, no good. Ray Stork with the rebound, turnaround shot. Good!
4 offensive rebounds that time. Herb King had 2 of them. Pianowski 1, and Ray Stork finally got a shot from about 5 feet away.
The volleyball pays off at 6-4 in favor of Chicago State. The lead cut to 2, and Bradley hits the basket, but the whistle blows before the basket goes in. And we have a foul called on a UNI player, I believe. That'll be
Herbert King. Got kind of blindsided there. They back-picked him, and he didn't see the pick coming and ran right over Lehman.
2 fouls on Herb King. He has both team fouls so far on UNI. And Chicago State will inbound with Arnold on their sideline. Arnold dribbling the ball between the circles, goes to Lehman. Lehman directing traffic. Bounces it off for Arnold. Left foul line extended Lehman. Near corner Rand. Between the circles, they get it now for Arnold. Right side, they switch to Lehman. Now the far sideline. This is Arnold with the ball. Far corner, Bradley. Low post, turnaround jumper. Cullum, no good. The rebound, Lehman. Ripped away by Pianowski of UNI. Releases on a 45-degree pass to Brent Carmichael, and they're down the court quickly. They work the left side, UNI does, with Jay Block. Jay Block dribbling with his right hand, looking inside. Tries a bounce pass low post to Ray Stork, and it was kicked out of bounds by a Chicago State player, Terry Bradley. UNI will keep underneath its own basket.
Chicago State has not gotten the ball off the boards like they wanted to run, but if they do, I think it'll create problems because Jay Block is playing that off guard, and Jay is not an exceptionally quick player.
UNI inbounding the ball. Pianowski, 14-foot shot left side of the key, falls in, and we have a tie game at 6. 15:42 left to go on the first half. Chicago State with the ball. They once had a 6-2 lead. Arnold driving on Carmichael. Puts it up, and it is no good. Tapped out of bounds by a Chicago State player, Terry Bradley, and UNI has the ball and could take the lead right here. Chicago State wants a timeout. Our score, 6-6 between UNI and the Chicago State Cougars. 15:31 left to go in the half. Now this for Peaster. Let's check on the scoring with 15:30 left to go on the first half. Max McCausland.
Well, the leading scorer, Rand, who averages 20 points a game, already has 4, Cullum 2, for the UNI Panthers, Stork 4, and Pianowski 2.
Our score is 6-6.
You're going to see full-court pressure now by Chicago State. I'm sure they want to get the up-tempo game going.
And UNI has it in its own zone in the near corner, tapped away by Arnold. Carmichael lets it go. UNI will retain. They've got to drive it all the way up the court. And Jay Block keys the inbounds pass. Hands off once again to Brent Carmichael. Knocked out of bounds by Arnold once again on the near corner in his own zone.
That's kind of a foolish little swat at the ball because Arnold could get called for a foul pretty easily, and that would be his second with only 4.5, 5 minutes gone in the game, which is not a good situation for
Arnold's averaging 14 points a game. Now they finally try Pianowski. He hands off on the far side to Carmichael. Across the line UNI is, and here they go on the attack. Carmichael left wing to Herb King. Back between the circles to Pianowski. Right foul line extended. J Block, right wing Carmichael. Low post near side. Ray Stork turnaround jumper is good. Ray Stork double teamed. Wasn't intimidated. Turned around and swished it.
If UNI can go inside to Ray Stork tonight, there should be no problem at all that UNI can get good shots because he will just tower over State has.
And that lead, the first one for UNI in a while, comes at 15:03. Shot left side. Cullum no good. King skies for the rebound, hands it off to Carmichael. He drives in, puts a shot up against the glass and in from 10 feet on the left wing. And UNI is on a roll. 10-6 now our score.
Excellent penetration. Carmichael had to show Arnold that he had some quickness too.
Arnold backing in on Carmichael. Right side they go with Bradley on the foul line extended. In the circle, Cullum with the ball. Right side, Arnold. Inside, they tried to force it to Bradley, but Carmichael took it away. Dribbles between two Chicago State players, loses control of the ball. On right wing, Block gets it, feeds it inside to Pianowski, and Pianowski draws the foul.
That was a little touch and go there, Phil. One thing we ought to mention early, Mike, is the Unidome is having some dripping from the ceiling every once in a while, and it has dripped on the court in some certain areas. There's condensation on the roof because of the melting now of the snow. And it may cause some problems later on, some slipping. And I know they've got ball boys out there watching particular areas, trying to keep that water picked up as soon as they can.
Terry Bradley, their 6'7" junior, one of the two tallest players for Chicago State who starts, picks up the foul. His second is Chicago State's fourth. It was a shooting foul, so Pianowski has 2. Hits the first one. It is now 11-6 in favor of UNI. Pianowski looks at the second one. He misses it, and the rebound comes down to Chicago State. Arnold with the ball, driving down the lane, lays it up, and in, despite the great defensive effort of Pianowski to knock it down.
That shows you why Arnold was recruited as a Division I point guard. He went right up around the rim at 5'10" and just laid it right over.
Carmichael, against heavy pressure from Arnold, drives all the way, blocked away by Arnold, and a hacking foul will be called on Arnold as well. Carmichael decided to play a little one-on-one basketball, drove all the way down the court, and as we say, drew the wrist slap from Sherrod Arnold, averaging 14 points a game. Number 2 on Arnold. Number 5 is a team on Chicago State. It's a non-shooting foul. Will be taken out of bounds underneath the UNI basket with Pianowski keying the inbounds pass. Now they switch it to the other side. They'll inbound it from the sideline instead of the underneath the basket. Jay Block gets it on the far side hash mark, pulls up for a 15-foot jumper, no good. The rebound brought down by Lehman of Chicago State. 13:50 left to go in the half. Chicago State down by 3. Left side, Zeekrand has the ball. Whistle and a foul away from the basket. Could be charging against a Chicago State player. It is. And it is called on Sherrod Arnold, his third.
Now Coach is going to have to make a decision here what he wants to do. And it looks like he's going to bring in a substitute.
One of the two seniors on the Chicago State Ball Club, Mac, has come into the game. Jim Lynn, 6 feet, 3 inches tall, a guard from Oak Forest. UNI with the ball. They're leading by 3 points, 11-8, 13:45 left to go until halftime. Brent Carmichael with the ball, being guarded by the substitute, Jim Lynn. Far corner, Jay Block. Foul line extended far side. Carmichael with the ball, goes left wing once again to Block. Top of the circle, Pianowski. Right foul line extended for Herb King. Pianowski, left side Block, medium post far side Stork. In double trouble, turns around anyway, forces the shot up, no good. Pianowski follows, good! Mike Pianowski starting in order to get his confidence up, according to Jim Barry, and he's coming through so far. Right now, Michael has 5 points. It is now 13-8 in favor of UNI. Chicago State with the ball. Zeekrand, 10-foot left wing jumper, good.
Excellent jump shot under pressure. You can't do any better than that defensively. Herb King was right in his face, and Zeekrand went up, scored it. Good left-handed touch.
Our score is 13-10, 12:50 left to go until halftime. Near corner, Ray Stork dribbles the ball once, hands it off to Carmichael, uses a screen. Carmichael takes the shot from 20, no good. Zeekrand with the rebound for the Cougars. Gives it to Jim Lynn. Jim Lynn between the circles. Right foul line extended for Lehman. In the far corner, Bradley. Foul on extended far side, Cullum. They try to go inside to Bradley. Ball knocked away by Block, tapped out of bounds finally by a Chicago State player, Bradley, and the ball belongs to UNI. Very fortunate break for the Panthers because Jay Block was actually outside the playing area when he went to retrieve the ball. He got it back in, and it was tapped out of bounds on the save by Terry Bradley, which means the Panthers take the basketball. 12:27 left to go until halftime. UNI leading by 3 points. Their largest lead has been 4 at 10-6 at 14:40. Point lead on this possession right here. Carmichael breaks the press. Carmichael, foul line extended right side. Right wing for Pianowski. High post, Herb King. Right wing, Pianowski. Pianowski standing there with the ball. Top of the key, Brent Carmichael. Carmichael backs off in frustration, says, let's set it up. Now he drives the lane, almost has the ball knocked away, and it is knocked away, and it's taken by Chicago State. Chicago State's Cullum puts the shot up on the left side of the lane, low post, no good, draws the foul anyway.
Thomas Thigpen is in the game, and Thomas brought that ball down, dumped it off to the left side on an excellent break. It was a 3-on-2 break. They lost control of it as they got it off the boards, and they were able to recover it to come down and at least get the foul shot.
Our score is 13-10 in favor of UNI. The foul called on Carmichael, his first, team foul number 3 on UNI. Chicago State has 6 thus far. 11:57 left until halftime. Our score, Northern Iowa 13, Chicago State 10 still, as Cullum misses the free throw.
Dave Carley has checked in, and that has taken Pianowski's place, and that'll move Jay Black to the forward position.
Second shot good, 13-11 our score. Dave Carley, before the game, Mac, was sick with the flu, according to Northern Iowa coach Jim Barry. Hopefully he's all right and recovered from that. Brent Carmichael bringing it up against double trouble from Chicago State. Finally, Lynn backs off, and Carmichael has the ball all alone between the two circles. Herb King at the top of the key. Takes the ball from Carmichael. Left foul line extended for Ray Stork. Hands it to Jay Block. His 15-foot shot, no good. Attempted tap by Carmichael, no good as well. And here comes Melvin Buckley for Chicago State on the rebound. They go left wing to Thigpen. Thigpen was a former Chicago Fire amateur football player, sort of a semi-pro football player before he decided to get into basketball. His pass goes awry. Carmichael steals it, lays it up, and no good, but draws the foul from Ron Cullum, who was going down the court with Carmichael.
Yeah, Chicago State as a team is very quick. There, Carmichael had about a 6-foot lead as he stole the pass, and before he got down there, he was having a contested layup and got the foul for the two-shot situation.
And on Cullum, that is foul number 1, and UNI in the bonus, but it's a 2-shot foul as Carmichael steps to the line, misses the first one. Carmichael shooting 79% from the line after 13 games. takes a deep breath, concentrates on the second one, fires it up and in. It is now 14-11 in favor of Northern Iowa, and Northern Iowa applies full court pressure. Finn gets it down low to Rand. Rand reverse pivots against Herb King, puts it up and in against the glass. 5-foot baseline jumper on the near side.
Excellent move by Rand. I am really impressed with the young man. He knows where he is on the court at all times, takes the good shot so far from what we've seen tonight, and I believe he's 4 for 4 from the field.
11 minutes to go in the first half. 14-13. UNI's 4-point lead has been cut to 1. Dave Carley working against Buckley. High post, Herb King drives down, puts it up against the glass, and good.
That's a good shot for Herbert. He started at the free throw line, drove in a step, and ended up taking about a 6-foot bank shot.
16-13 in favor of Northern Iowa. 10.5 minutes left to go until halftime. The Big Pen bombs from 20 near side, hits the front of the rim, and the rebound Stork for UNI. Hands it off to Brent Carmichael. He's across the line on the far side. Stops, delivers deep corner to Carley. His shot no good. Rebound block, puts it up, and no good, but draws the foul from a Chicago State player. Sloppy shot by Jay Block. I think, though, that he realized he couldn't get the basket. He was looking to draw the foul, I believe, did so, and he will be going to the line.
He was looking for that NBA continuation type play there. And I'm not so sure, but I think Big Pen better go back to the Chicago Fire. The last shot he took was definitely from downtown.
Jay Block at the line, hitting 64% of his shots. Nothing but net on that first one. 17-13, tying the largest lead UNI has had. It comes at the 10:22 mark. This could be the largest lead right here, as Dick Dotson, referee from Waterloo, places the ball at Block's disposal. Block crouches, puts it up. It's no good. The lead remains 4. Carmichael, a valiant effort to grab the ball. It went off his fingers out of bounds, and here comes Chicago State.
5'9" Carmichael almost got that offensive rebound. With the new free throw rule, you can go in as soon as it leaves his hands and lets the little man look for an alley to try and go in and get that ball.
Buckley goes left wing to Rand. Top of the key, Bradley driving down. Thigpen takes the pass. Couldn't get the shot away to go in. Falls off his hands out of bounds, and Chicago State has the ball once again.
Well, I hope Thigpen was not a receiver.
Well, he had better fingers on that pass. Dave Carley with the basketball. Goes left, now right. Dribbles the ball behind his back, and he's into the attack zone and gives it to Herb King on the high post. Now to Block. Block inside to Dave Carley. Hands off to Herb King. Herb King goes up strong and draws the foul.
2 excellent passes. Ray Stork was at the high post, fed Carley underneath. Carley at just 5'11", saw that he could not get the shot off, dished it right off to Herbert King, who went up and got fouled.
And the foul is called on Thigpen. He must think it's football instead of basketball out there. And according to the scoreboard, that is the first foul on Thigpen. Herb King at the line for the UNI Panthers will have 2 shots.
For our listeners, we ought to spell that. It's Thigpen. Thigpen.
Thigpen, not Pigpen.
That's right.
King misses the first foul shot. Our score remains 17-13. UNI by 4 points. 9:48 until halftime.
I still think UNI has to get back into their offense to find Ray Stork low. Ray has had to come out in their passing game the last couple times, in their 5-man passing game, and has not been low around the basket where he should be.
King hits the second 3 points for Herb. It's now 18-13, UNI's largest lead. It occurs at the 9:45 mark. Chicago State with the ball. Zeke Rand on left wing. Pops from 15. It's no good. Herb King with the rebound. 3 white shirts around the basket for UNI. Here comes Brent Carmichael down the court for the Panthers. Near corner Carley. Low post Jay Block. Now he hands off on the screen to Ray Stork. Tries to go back to Block in the lane. The ball is knocked away by Lynn. And Lynn comes down the court. Top of the key. Now he passes left side to Thigpen on the baseline near side. Between the circles, Lynn. Buckley on the foul line, extended right side. Right wing for Zeke Rand. Back it goes. Little pass on the high post for Bernard Madison. And he passes to Thigpen, and Thigpen hits the shot from 15 on the left side of the key.
Good shot from 17 feet by Thigpen. He was in good rotation, good motion. He was open, took the shot.
We're under the 9-minute mark to go in the first half. UNI's lead has been cut to 3. Ray Stork on the high post far side. Passes it now to Jay Block on the near side high post. UNI working that cutting and screening game. Finally, Jay Block slips inside, lays it up and in. But you don't count the basket because we have a 3-second violation called on the Panthers.
Ooh, that's too bad. That was good play.
I guess you can expect that, Mac. If you're running a cutting and screening game, eventually you're going to get some players standing there unintentionally in the lane with both feet in the lane for an extended period of time waiting to make the cut.
You got to be sure you start that passing game wide enough and have the players know where they are during that passing game. Otherwise, it does happen. You stand once in a while to set a screen, and you'll be standing in the lane.
Madison with the ball and passes to Buckley. Buckley turnaround jumper 17 feet is good. It's now 18-17. UNI's lead has been cut to 1. Dave Carley in his own zone on the far corner. He's being picked up by Buckley on a full court press. Dave Carley starts to the right side, goes left, and the ball is knocked away from his hand. However, the referees rule that Chicago State takes the ball. Dave Carley does not look to be in top form, Mac McCall.
No,
I don't think he's quite recovered from that flu.
Not moving very quickly that particular time. And Buckley just kind of gave a hand fake at it, and Carley responded and had the ball go off his hand out of bounds.
Right wing, Thigpen, 17-foot shot, good once again, this time from the far side. And Chicago State has regained the lead at 19-18, 7:54 left to go in the first half. Now this for AGI. Back in my elementary school days, and then with Outhouse. I'm not lying. There you go. We're back at the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa.
This break is going to be long. It's put another spot in there for the middle of the half or something.
Yeah, they probably didn't get it in during sports line. Okay. I think it's a good move.
Yep. Now they just got to get it in the stroke some more.
And we're back to action. UNI with the ball down by 1 point. Foul line extended near side Carmichael. Near corner Pianowski shoots from 16 on the baseline. No good. The rebound brought down by Rand.
And he went up to bring it down.
And he gives it to Buckley on the right wing.
Chicago State came back in a 2-3 zone defense last time after that timeout. It's a straight 2-3. It's not a matchup.
Lynn taking the ball on the right sideline. Carmichael a little bit too aggressive and is assessed the foul.
Well, this is one of the few times Chicago State has gone zone all year, and that includes playing Northwestern and Bradley. Coach Hagram does not like to use the 2-3 zone.
And a shot by Thigpen from about 10 feet on the right side of the key misses. By the way, that was Carmichael's second foul. Carmichael driving down, has the ball knocked out of his hands by Madison of Chicago State. No foul, and the ball will belong to UNI underneath its own basket. Quickly catching you up on the foul situation. Carmichael with his second foul. That means now UNI has 4 team fouls, and Chicago State has already committed enough fouls to put UNI into the bonus. Our score is Chicago State 19, UNI 18, 7:01 left to go until halftime. Carley inbounds it now for Northern Iowa. Gets it to Pianowski on the right foul on extended. Deep corner far side Carley. His shot hits the heel of the rim. It's batted back. Buckley has the ball, feeds ahead to Rand. He lays it up and in.
Whoa. Excellent fast break. Thigpen got it off the boards, got it kicked out right away. In fact, it was a 2-0 break for a little while.
A 3-point lead for Chicago State, 21-18, 6:40 left to go until halftime. And UNI cannot afford to get into any sort of running game with Chicago State. Carmichael, top of the key, right wing to Jay Block. Back to Pianowski, far back court to Carley, far sideline Carmichael. Top of the key, it's Pianowski. Deep corner near side to Carley. Back on top, Carmichael. Once again, that 2-3 zone for Chicago State working quite well. On the other hand, give UNI credit for being very, very patient in working against it. Right wing, Dave Carley has the ball. Bounce pass, top of the key to Jay Block. Left side they go to Carmichael. Drives the baseline. Flips it back out to Ray Stork. He wasn't expecting it. Buckley has the ball for Chicago State. Slows up as he crosses the timeline. 5:57 left to go until halftime.
UNI is going to have to get some perimeter shooting into the game as soon as possible against this particular zone. It's a very quick-moving zone, and it has created some problems for the UNI lineup.
That's one thing that... And Carmichael steals the ball from Lynn. He lays it up and in. It is now 21-20. And before Carmichael pulled that steal off, Mac, I was about ready to say that UNI did not have any perimeter shooting in the Wisconsin-Green Bay game last week. So it would be highly conducive to UNI's hopes to get something going on the perimeter. Right side shot by Rand, 10 feet on the baseline. It's no good. Draws the foul from a UNI player, probably Ray Stork.
Well, now we have Lonnie Meade coming into the game, and he will play a forward position, but he'll also go to that perimeter area against Chicago State's zone.
The foul is called on Ray Stork, his first. Team foul number 5 on UNI. 5:25 left to go until halftime. Officials rule it was not a shooting foul. That's why the inbound. Right sideline, Thigpen drills from 20, no good. And the rebound going way out for it. Zekran takes it away from Brent Carmichael. Feeds it to Lynn at the center circle. Left side, they go to Buckley. Between the circles, Lynn. Right side, Thigpen. Now at the top of the circle, Madison with the ball. Looking inside for Thigpen, and the pass is made. The foul is drawn from a UNI player. Jay Block or Ray Stork. They collapsed on Thigpen and knocked the ball away, but one of those players got a piece of Tom Thigpen, a former Chicago Fire semi-pro football player.
Lonnie Meade stood behind the Chicago State player there, and he was defending the low post, and you could not play behind a player. You have to play at least off to one side or deny him the ball in some kind of alley situation.
Again, a non-shooting foul, so Chicago State takes it on the inbounds. This is Lynn standing almost near the center circle. Lynn, left foul line extended for Rand. Back between the circles to Buckley. Right side, Bradley. Far corner, Lynn. Right side line, Bradley. Top of the circle, it's Buckley. Right side, Lynn. They're working the right side, trying to get something against Meade or Carley. Now they switch it left side, and Zeke Rand drills it from the left side of the key, 15 feet away.
You cannot 2-3 zone the Chicago State team when they get the ball to Rand. He is just an excellent shooter, and he always seems to find they could receive the ball. He has 12 points already this half.
4:28 left to go until halftime. UNI with the ball down by 3 points. Carley in the near corner. Feeds it down low to Jay Block, and Jay Block slips underneath and puts it in against Bernard Madison of Chicago State. 23-22, a one-point basketball game in favor of Chicago State. They now have the ball with Madison in the near corner. Madison dribbling. Near backcourt they go to Buckley. 4:04 left until halftime. Left side now they go with Bradley. Bradley looking inside the lane, swings outside, switches hands on the dribble, loses control of the ball. It belongs to the Panthers.
Excellent defense that time by the UNI Panthers. They double-teamed him as he turned around to make a spin move, and he lost control of the ball and went out of bounds.
Meade underhands it to Brent Carmichael. Carmichael looks toward assistant coach Shep Etchen for the call. He has it, and now they go into their offense. Meade on the right side, high post, Ray Stork fakes, puts it up, and no good. Bad shot taken there by Ray Stork. The rebound brought down by Chicago State's Buckley. Feeds it to Lynn on the near backcourt with 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Zeke Rand going up against Jay Block, tries the shot, blocked it away. Rand recovers, however, looking for a pass, throws it way back outside to Buckley on the near backcourt. Buckley dribbling against Carley. Left side, Zeke Rand, 3:22 left to go until halftime. UNI playing an aggressive man-to-man defense. Bounce pass on the near foul line extended for Madison. Now they go between the circles for Buckley. Buckley looking toward the right side. 3:09 left to go until halftime, and UNI playing excellent defense. Brent Carmichael reaches in to steal the ball away. However, a whistle blows, and Ray Stork will be called for the foul.
That's one of those tired fouls. Ray Stork was just a bit out of position. He thought he could get to the ball. He couldn't. Ended up slapping the man across the arm. And, Ray has played the full half, which has been 17 minutes up to this point. And I'm sure he's just a little too tired at this juncture of the game.
Up at the line right now for Chicago State, Bernard Madison, a junior, 6'5", from Chicago. All of these players are from the Chicago area, south side, as a matter of fact. UNI, with that foul, is in the bonus. They put Chicago State in the bonus. That would be a more accurate way of wording it. Both teams in the bonus. Bernard Madison hits the first of the 1-and-1. Second shot coming up, and it is good. 2 points for Madison. 25-22, 3:06 left to go until halftime. At halftime, a very special interview with Danny Dunn, the student manager for the UNI basketball Panthers.
The Chicago State team has come back from a 6-point deficit, I believe, with their second team, with the exception of Rand. Rand has played the full first half.
Meade guns from 15 feet on the right side of the key, and it's nothing but net. The Panthers come to within one at 25-24. 2:40 left to go until halftime. Lehman back into the ball game, delivers between the circles for Madison. Left side, Lehman at the foul line extended, gives it to Madison once again. Madison standing alongside the lane. They go in the circle to Zeke Grant at the high post near side. Left side, left wing, Bradley taking it. Now they give it high post to Madison. Left wing, Lehman trying to spin toward the baseline. Couldn't get anything. Goes back outside. Bradley taking the ball. Now back to Lehman. Lehman trying the left wing. 2:11 left to go until halftime. UNI once again playing an aggressive, sticky man-to-man defense. A screen, Lehman takes it from Madison. The shot no good. Rebound put up by Bradley, no good, and a foul will be called against a Northern Iowa basketball player as Bradley was going up on the follow.
You know, that's when you talk about officials being in position. One official was right there in front of the play about 4 feet away, did not call it. The official behind the ball, behind the player that tried to call it, but from his view, you know, he thought it was a foul, so it has to be a good call.
And the foul called against Brent Carmichael, his third. That is going to hurt UNI, as we say. The Chicago State team already in the bonus. First shot good. It's now 26-24. 2:02 left until halftime. Brent Carmichael sits down, gets a good round of applause from the 600 or so fans who showed up at the Unidome this evening. So far, Carmichael on the game has 5 points, and he is leading all UNI scorers. No, Ray Stork has 6. Second shot good. It is now 27-24 in favor of Chicago State.
You know, one thing about Carmichael, it isn't so much you lose his 5 or 6 points, but the fact you lose his leadership and his ball handling.
Meade drives down the court, 15-foot shot, no good. Whistle blows before Stork can follow up and put it in. And we have either a 3-second call, no, it's a foul. Called against Ray Stork of the Panthers.
Again, the officials call quite a bit, and it happens to be a situation where the man is so much taller than everybody else. When he reaches over the shoulders of the other players, it may look like he's fouling, but it's because of his height and his arm reach advantage that he's able to get to that ball, and many times it is not a foul.
So Ray Stork now with 3 fouls, as well as Brent Carmichael, and that hurts because going into this game, Carmichael and Stork were the number 1 and 2 scorers for the Panthers. Now for Chicago State, here's Greg Lehman.
That's his first point.
It's 28-24, and Chicago State could take its largest lead right here with 1:55 left if Lehman hits. Lehman concentrating on the basket, fires it up and in. It is now a 29-24 ball game in favor of Chicago State. 1:55 left to go until halftime. Meade driving down hard, stops on the near backcourt between the circles for Carley. Right wing to Meade. Meade to Carley. Carley in the circle. Almost travels, gets rid of it in time to Meade, forces it inside for Herb King, and draws the foul from Lehman of Chicago State.
That was a good play by Lonnie. We have not seen much penetration from the wing people. And when you play against the zone, you have to have those wing people be able to penetrate a seam and be able to dump it off. That time he got between the guard defensive player, the forward defensive player, and was able to try and shovel it into the center position and got hacked.
At the line, Lonnie Meade, averaging 52% from the line. First shot is up and no good. It's the 1-and-1. 1:38 left to go in the half, and so Chicago State takes the ball on the miss.
Chicago State has some jumpers. They may be short, but they play a fairly good size, I'll tell you.
Zeke Rand fishes it inside. It was intended for Buckley, taken away, however, by Carmichael. Gets rid of it quickly to Carley. Carley on the right side. Near corner, Kevin Bradford, who's coming to the basketball game. Carley, right side, it goes to Bradford. Carley, cross-court pass for Meade on the far sideline. Low post, far side. Herb King, triple team. Throws it back out to Kevin Bradford. His shot from 15 is no good. The rebound comes down to Chicago State.
Chicago State has a group of those players at about 6'4", 6'5", and all of them handle the ball pretty well. They jump pretty well, and they're able to get the ball down court under control and be able to make some good passes.
Less than a minute until halftime. Chicago State with the ball, leading by 5 points. Right side, Zeke Rand. Top of the key. Thigpen had the ball, taken away by Carley. Now taken away once again by Terry Bradley, and he jams it home. And that releasable rim comes down under the force of his jam stop.
Well, this is the first time. What happened there, let's try and recreate it. UNI stole the ball, went to the wing, and they threw it back in the middle to start a fast break. The Chicago State player came over the back of about 2 UNI players. The ball was still loose, but the foul had been called. When that took place, the Chicago State player took the ball and went to the the rim and dunked it, and that is an automatic dead ball technical. You cannot dunk a ball when the whistle has been called. So there will be a technical as well as the one-on-one situation that Carly will be shooting now.
First shot is up. It's good. It is now 29-25. 43 seconds left on the clock. The original foul was called on Buckley and the technical foul on Bradley. The second shot up. It's good by Carly. UNI draws to within 3 at 29-26. Now the technical. It's a one-shot technical.
And it's one of those situations where you get the point here, but then also with the technical, UNI gets the ball. As it would have been the other way, it would have just been a situation that Carly goes to the line, makes the one-and-one, Chicago State gets the ball turned over back to them. So you're looking at a possible 5-point play situation, and it really lets UNI back into the game here.
It could be the turning point of the entire game. That was the largest lead Chicago State had, and now they're about to lose it with 37 seconds left to go in the half. That is, if UNI converts on this possession. Tom Supel into the basketball game. Near foul on extended, throws it back to Bradford. Bradford, top of the key. Right foul on extended for Supel. Ball is knocked away by Lynn. Here comes an easy 2 points for the Cougars. No! He missed the bunny! And a foul is called on a Chicago State player attempting to put it back in.
That was Lynn that drove the length of the court, had a chance for the layup, did not get in good position, did not have a good angle. He tried to lay it over just the right corner of the rim, and it caught right at the base of the bracket. They missed the foul. UNI got the ball. Braddock got it on the rebound, and then the foul came up over the back, and with just 20 seconds left, that's about 3 plays that were not very smart on Chicago State's part.
Jim Lynn called for the foul. He was the guy that, as we say, stole the ball. Against them, Kevin Bradford from South Bend stepping to the line. First shot of the one-and-one, no good. Chicago State has the ball, and we have an automatic timeout because Zeke Rand was scraped across the eye by somebody. He's playing with his left eye right now. I don't know if he wears contacts or not. At any rate, he's hurt.
And it's a situation, once again, where you look and you have a situation that Braddock can go to the line, help your team. And, I really feel sorry for this young man. He has had a shooting slump all year long and has really never been able to come out of it. And he has excellent rotation on the ball, shoots it well. He pronates towards the basket with his hand extension, and he does everything technically well. He's just not playing with confidence.
Chicago State now has the ball for the last shot. 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Buckley gives it to Rand on the far backcourt. Between the circles, Finn with 3 seconds. Finn driving the lane, lays it off for Cullum, and it's no good. Cullum about 5 feet away from the basket on the near baseline. Threw an air ball up there, and the first half has come to an end in spectacular fashion as UNI down by 5 points, and they could have been down by 7.
Well, there's some interesting things that went on in that first.
Brought down by Terry Bradley of Chicago State. Down court they go to Rand. He loses the ball, now recovers it in the near corner. 18-13 left to go in the basketball game. Still a 29-29 tie. High post, Cullum on the near side, looking for a pass. Gets it to Arnold on the near sideline. Arnold dribbling with his right hand now, goes on the right corner for Rand. He's leading all scorers so far with 12 points.
Herb King doing a good job on Rand this half.
And just as you say that, Terry Bradley hits from 15 feet on the left side of the key off the glass. There will be a foul called against the Chicago State player. That's Zeke Rand. The basket will stand.
Bradley shot that from about 16 feet, straight in, bank shot. I don't know if he intended to do that.
31-29 our score. Chicago State leading by 2. The foul was called, as we say, on Zeke Rand, his first, Chicago State's first. 17:44 left to go in the basketball game, and UNI with the ball down by 2 points. Right side, Herb King from 18. Good! Herb King on the right wing took the pass from Brent Carmichael and drilled it.
That is not one of Herbert King's noted shots. I guess it's noted when he makes it from 18 feet. But it was a good shot. He was wide open on the perimeter area. And you just have to take those shots when they're there to loosen up the defense so Ray Stork can be a factor on the inside.
As we've mentioned before on UNI broadcast, Snack, Herb King can dribble the ball. He can put it down on the floor quite well when UNI has to work the weave on the outside. Maybe Chicago State was thinking, well, he'll just take a dribble here and he won't shoot. But he did, and he made it through the foul. And misses the free throw. The rebound by Bradley of Chicago State. We're tied at 31. 17:34 left to go in the basketball game. This is Arnold working against Carmichael between the circles. Right wing whips it or at least tried to Zeke Rand, and he lost the ball off his fingers out of bounds.
I think part of that credit has to go to Herbert King. Herbert has been with Zeke Rand wherever he's gone so far this half, and I'm sure Zeke was trying to figure out where Herbert's coming from and took his eye off the pass as it came towards him.
Chicago State employs a moderate full-court press. Now they back off, and Brent Carmichael of the Panthers walks it up the court, crosses the line, standing between the two circles, right wing to Pianowski. Back on top to Carmichael, right wing Pianowski, medium post. Ray Storka hook shot is no good. The rebound, Bradley for Chicago State. Knocked out of bounds by Herb King off of Bradley's foot.
Excellent hustle by Herbert King. Was not in position to get the rebound, let Bradley bring down the ball, then grabbed it as it was loosely held and threw it off the legs.
Great anticipation by Herb King. UNI keeps the ball. They're tied. Pianowski left side, baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, Jay blocked in the far corner. Throws it back outside to Brent Carmichael. Carmichael drives the lane, fakes, puts the shot up, partially blocked. Draws the foul, however, from Sherrod Arnold. Sherrod Arnold now has 4 fouls on him. The second leading scorer for the Chicago State Cougars, and Chicago State in trouble.
Now, once again, we talked about the officials being out of position. That official had to look through the whole middle of the lane to see that foul at the top of the key. 2 officials on the side did not call anything. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul, but it's the thing that coaches talk about are people being in position to make the correct call.
Arnold so far with 2 points in the basketball game. So far not a big factor as far as scoring goes, but he's been dangerous. We've always been calling his name out there. Carmichael hits the first foul shot. Second foul shot, no good. Leads by 1 point. 16:49 left to go in the basketball game. Arnold remains in the basketball game. Buckley on the far backcourt. High post, they try to fish it into Cullum. The ball is taken away by Block. Gives it to Carmichael. It's a 2-on-3. Carmichael spinning on the dribble. Stops right wing, puts the shot up, and it rolls around the inside of the rim and out.
Good move by Brent Carmichael. He has the knack to come down, look at the basket, and then he fakes with his head and shoulders, and as he does that, he will move into the defensive player as he goes up in the air to give himself the excellent opportunity to draw a 3-point play.
Well, your favorite Cougar has now come back into the ball game, Mac. His name is Thomas Thigpen, Thigpen, a former semi-pro football player for the Chicago Fire. Meanwhile, the foul, getting back to what's relevant here, was called on Melvin Buckley of Chicago State, his second team foul, number 4 on the Cougars, and Carmichael misses another free throw. So far, during the season, Carmichael is the second leading free thrower for the Panthers at 79%.
And he's missed 3 tonight, I believe.
Second shot up there. It is no good again. Herb King with the rebound. Knocked away from him by Thigpen. Thigpen almost goes out of bounds, but saves the ball on the rebound. 32-31 in favor of Northern Iowa. 16 and a half minutes left to go in the basketball game from Cedar Falls. Arnold thinks about the shot, goes inside to Cullum. He lays it up and in.
That was a strong, quick move by Cullum, right to the inside. Spun off the low post and went up with 2 hands and just laid it over the rim.
33-32, and Chicago State has the lead, approaching the 16-minute mark to go in the basketball game. Back and forth we go. UNI very patient on offense. They have to be. They can't afford to get into a quick transition game against these very speedy Chicago State Cougars. Pianowski on the right foul line extended. Near foul line extended, or the left side to Stork. Right side, King takes a step, puts it up, and good!
Excellent move again by Herbert King. He had that head and shoulders fake, took the one dribble into the lane, shot about a 12-foot shot right down.
Herb King looking better and better during the basketball game tonight. Now Arnold counters for Chicago State with a 13-foot jumper inside the lane. Missed, however, off the heel of the rim. Rebound Carmichael of UNI. Down court he goes to Pianowski. Lost it out of bounds. Jim Berry does a full pirouette jumping off the chair. Very frustrated. Play looks good. The execution was bad. 34-33. UNI by 1. 15:27 left to go in the basketball game. Now this for AGI.
Come back and talk about Arnold still being in the game.
Who hit that last Panther basket?
Well, Herbert. I'm glad you're doing that. I can't. I've tried a couple times.
That's yours. I don't drink cola.
Oh, that's right.
back at the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Herb King's 12-foot jumper has put UNI on top 34-33 in a seesaw basketball game. How's the scoring going, Mac?
Right to this point, we have Arnold with 2, Lehman 2, Bradley 2. Rand has not scored this half. Still 12 from the first half. Cullum 5, Buckley 4, Thigpen 4, Madison 2, and we'll get back to UNI scoring in a bit.
That's the scoring for Chicago State, down by 1 with the basketball. Arnold at the top of the circle delivers it right side to Rand. 15-foot shot on the side of the key. Won't go. He's cold as ice the second half. Here comes Carmichael going down the left wing. Hands it off on the near corner for Block. Back outside, Ray Stork on the high post, almost traveled. Throws it back between the circles.
I think
to Brent Carmichael. Little ooh goes up for UNI fans. Fortunate for them that the traveling call was not made. Inside, J Block, turnaround jumper over 3. Chicago State players no good. Herb King on the foul, no good. Third time, Ray Stork won't go. Fourth time, Herb King, it won't fall in there. Must be a lid over that hoop. The rebound comes down to Chicago State. Arnold, left side for Rand. Low post, they go to Thigpen. Back outside, Arnold, top of the circle. Right side, Buckley working at 15-foot fall-away jumper, no good. Bounds, and we have a out-of-bounds violation and a foul called as well on Chicago State. It'll go against Ron Cullum of Chicago State, his second team foul, number 5 on the Cougars. UNI has only 1 in the second half.
You know, Chicago State does have 4 fouls on their guards, Rod Arnold, and he has still remained in the game, and Chicago State went from the zone to a man-to-man defense with Arnold still having the 4 fouls. It'll be interesting to see how this progresses.
Because Carmichael can draw fouls very easily. Inside, J Block slips in and puts it in.
That was a backdoor pick for Jay Block along the baseline. They got him swung around where he had just an easy layup.
36-33. Approaching the 14-minute mark to go in the basketball game. UNI leading by 3 points. The Panthers of Northern Iowa going up against Chicago State. Chicago State with the basketball. Thigpen tried to take the pass on the high post. Gianowski stole it, lays it up and in.
Gianowski drove the length of the court against Thigpen, and it looked like 2 football players going down the court.
Those guys are the 2 enforcers inside. They went down the court one-on-one. Gianowski won the duel, and UNI has its largest lead of the basketball game at 38-33. Buckley on the far corner. Hands it off for Cullum. Cullum on the left wing. They go to Buckley. Inside, Thigpen forces it up. Gets the foul from Gianowski.
Well, when Gianowski and Thigpen go against each other, it's not like 2 thoroughbred racehorses. It's more like 2 Clydesdales going against each other out there. Both of them well-built young men.
Which call NBA basketball on the inside. The foul, as we say, called on Mike Gianowski of Northern Iowa. His first team foul, number 2 on the Panthers. 13:26 left to go in the basketball game. Northern Iowa leading by 5 points, 38-33. At the line, the former semi-pro football player, Thomas Thigpen from Chicago, has 2 shots. First one up, no good. So far, Thigpen on the basketball game, not really a factor in the scoring. 4 points, 5 points, 38-34. The UNI lead has been cut to 4 points. Full court pressure applied. Arnold going up against Carmichael. Now Buckley switches on him. Carmichael still at the ball. Carmichael dribbling with his right hand. Bounce pass, high post on the far side to Herb King. Left high post to Ray Stork. Right high post to Gianowski. The cutting and screening game once again for UNI. Now Jay Block drives the lane, lays it up and in.
Now there is a big mismatch. You've now got Arnold.
And Carmichael steals the ball. Sorry about that, Matt.
That's all right. We'll get back to it.
Carmichael in the left backcourt. 40-34, the largest lead now for UNI. Comes with about 13 minutes left to go. It could be even larger here if the Panthers convert on this possession. Thigpen all over Stork. Left high post to King. Right high post to Block. Block thinking about driving. Lays it off instead for Carmichael. Inside he goes to Ray Stork. He lays it up and in. Count the basket. A foul is called on Thigpen of Chicago State.
We have now got about 2 mismatches out there, which is in favor of UNI. Sherrod Arnold now has to take Jay Block, so that is a 5'9" or a 5'10" guard against a 6'5" guard. So Jay Block can take him low. That's how he got the backdoor play a while ago. Arnold's not used to playing underneath there. On the other hand, then Carmichael has a taller fella that is definitely not as quick as Brent, and he can take him inside and penetrate, which he did there, and dumped it off to Stork for the easy basket.
Well, Stork missed the free throw. The foul was actually called on Madison as Arnold tries to counter with a 15-foot jumper on the right side of the key. Missed. Whistle blows on the rebound, and another foul will be called against Chicago State, or maybe it's 3 seconds. It is
3 seconds, and I don't think that's the right call because the ball was never in control of either team. It was loose on the floor, rolling out, and you cannot call 3 seconds unless the team has possession.
UNI with the basketball. Full court pressure applied. Jay Block and Brent Carmichael walking it up for the Panthers, and now Block into the attack zone on the near backcourt against Chicago State. Top of the circle, delivers to Herb King, and Herb King throws it up there from 15, no good. Pianowski follows, no good. Rebound, and a foul called on Bernard Madison of Chicago State.
Excellent offensive rebounds this entire half by UNI. They've probably got a half dozen or 7 offensive rebounds, and when you can get that many, you're either going to be able to convert baskets or get the foul and be able to go to the line pretty early.
With that foul, UNI goes into the bonus. It was Bernard Madison's second foul. I think, though, it'll be a 2-shot foul. We'll find out when we come back. Our score is UNI 42, Chicago State 34, 12:06 left to go in the basketball game. And now this for Northwestern Bell. And I want to talk to you armchair jocks out there. I want to remind, drop the ball. Don't drop it. Remember all those folks you promised to call? Well, if you dial directly this weekend, you can do it when long-distance rates are at their lowest. You'd be surprised at how long you could talk for under $4. And here's what I mean by that. You can spend 20 minutes with your best friend in Orlando for under $4, or 20 minutes with your lonely cousin in Tucson, Arizona, or 20 minutes with your old fishing buddy in Little Rock, or your high school volleyball coach in Cedar Rapids, or your oldest daughter in Buffalo, or your old football coach in Abilene, or your goofy brother in Hibbing, Minnesota. You can make each of these calls for under $4. It's a short hop from your armchair to wherever you want to go. If you dial directly before 5 p.m. on Sunday, spend 20 minutes with some of the special people in your life, almost anywhere in the continental United States for under $4. Northwestern Bell long distance. Even if you can't get there, you can still be there.
Excellent, Michael, excellent.
Well, it's a 2-shot foul. Mike Pianowski at the line hits the first, gets the second, makes it 43-34 in favor of Northern Iowa. Our sponsors for Northern Iowa and Iowa basketball, as Pianowski hits the second one to make it 44-34, are Northwestern Bell, the Peaster Stations, AGI, and American Federal Savings and Loan. 12:05 left to go in the game. Northern Iowa enjoying a 10-point lead. Chicago State tries to come back with Arnold driving in right side, lays it off on the near baseline for Thigpen, and Thigpen hits from 10 feet away. 44-36 now in favor of UNI. Ray Stork taking a long court pass down from Brent Carmichael, bounced off his head, at least it looked like it, but the referees rule that Thigpen indeed got a hand on it, and UNI will inbound from the spot where the ball went out of bounds. 11:47 left to go in the basketball game. 44-36 UNI, the Panthers with the ball, and let's see what they do right here, Mac. I would think they would go into some sort of deep freeze as Block tried the alley-oop to King. Wouldn't go as it hit the rim. The rebound, Buckley for Chicago State. Standing at the top of the key. Right side, Thigpen from 18. It's no good off the heel of the rim. Ball bounces around. Rebound, Pianowski for Northern Iowa. Hands it off to Brent Carmichael. Carmichael drives the right side of the lane. Holds up. He's triple teamed. Momentarily loses the ball. Now throws it back to Ray Stork between the circles, and the whistle blows, and there's a violation called against Brent Carmichael, I think maybe for traveling, or...
I didn't see what the official called. Chicago State got the ball back, and I don't think you'll see UNI go into a freeze yet. Whoa. They're going to call Herbert for a foul there on Rand, and the ball had already left Rand's hands. He got nothing but Spalding on that one.
44-36 our score. 11:14 left to go in the game. UNI by 8 points. And at the line, Zeke Rand, who unofficially so far in the second half has not scored. 2 shots, misses the first one. He has been ice cold. Mac, what are they doing as far as you can tell out there since they have to watch the ball? What are they doing to Zeke Rand? Is it just a case of
Herbert's
he's cold
really
or what?
staying with him. Herbert's with him all the time. And, Herbert's got extra long arms out there and another 2 to 3 inches taller than Rand. And he's just making Rand work hard to get the shot, and when he gets it, he's not being able to shoot it in his normal rhythm.
Rand hits the second of 2, 44-37, approaching the 11-minute mark to go in the basketball game. Jay Block throws it to Ray Stork, top of the circle for UNI. Right foul line extended to Pianowski, right back to Stork, 10-foot jumper inside the lane, no good. Bernard Madison with the rebound for Chicago State. He hands it off to Buckley, and Buckley goes to Arnold. Quickly down court, bounce pass right side to Rand. Rand loses control of the ball, jumps in the air, tries the shot from 15. No, he passes off to Thigpen. Left side they go to Buckley from Thigpen. Now back inside to Thigpen. Double team. Puts the shot up anyway. Air ball. Rebound Madison. Good. 44-39, and that 10-point UNI lead has been cut to 5 with 10:30 left to go in the basketball game.
UNI has to keep bringing the pressure down offensively. If they start feeling that a 6 or an 8-point lead is enough against the quick hands of Chicago State, it will not be.
Pianowski Gave it to Jay Block. Jay Block decided to run it the rest of the way down the court. Missed the layup, but drew the foul from a Chicago State player. That player being Thomas Thigpen.
That's just what we were talking about. UNI has to still take it to the basket and stay in their offensive formation. And that time, Jay Block saw the alley, drove all the way to the basket, and drew the foul.
So far, Jay Block in the basketball game has scored 7 points unofficially. Our score is 44-39 in favor of UNI. The last 5 points have been scored by Chicago State. Let's see if Jay Block can break that brief scoring drought here in the Unidome. The basketball Panthers and the football Panthers, too. First shot is up. It just hits the front of the rim. No good.
And the track Panthers.
This is a very beautiful facility. It seats about 25,000 people for football, maybe about 7,000 or 8,000 for basketball. Block has the second shot coming up. Nice spin on the ball. Good touch, and it falls right in. 45-39, UNI's lead back up to 6. 10-18 left to go in the basketball game.
Full court pressure by UNI right now.
And Arnold breaks it as he crosses the line. Driving down court, Thigpen inside. He travels.
They were little steps, but they sure counted. He was intimidated by the recovery of Herbert King.
And now UNI takes the ball, could drive the lead back up to 7 points as we approach the 10-minute mark. Pianowski double-teamed in his own zone. Passes in his own zone on the far hash mark for Jay Block. Now he's across the line into the attack zone. Jay Block in the circle left side. Throws a deflected pass on the near corner to Pianowski. Left foul out extended for Carmichael. Right foul out extended for Jay Block. Left foul out extended for Ray Stork. Ray Stork drives the lane, puts it up. Blocked away. The rebound comes down to Chicago State. Driving down, Buckley puts it up over Brent Carmichael, and Carmichael didn't even try to challenge.
No.
Very smart move by him since
He's got the 3 fouls, and he certainly did not want to get the 4th there on a foolish situation.
And he couldn't have blocked it anyway, I feel quite sure. 45-41 in favor of Northern Iowa. A 4-point lead for the Panthers. They have the ball with 9.5 minutes left to go in the basketball game. Ray Stork, left high post, goes to Pianowski. The right high post. Left high post to Herb King. Now to Brent Carmichael. Fishes it inside for Ray Stork. A nice one-handed jumper from about 5 feet on the baseline. Wouldn't go. Tapped up several times. And here comes Arnold, down for Chicago State. Pulls up from 15, swish.
That's only his 4th point. And you're letting Chicago State play their game now. They've gotten in the transition running game.
9:06 left to go in our basketball game. Our score is Northern Iowa 45 and Chicago State 43. That 10-point lead of UNI's has been reduced to 2. Now this for American Federal. Yeah, I thought we had run an American Federal, and so I said, well, we ran that one, I just didn't mark it out, so I ran Northwestern Bell instead. But now it's Northwestern Bell. Well, I've run that one. Now Peaster is next. Okay, we're back on rotation. Okay. Yes, I read about that. Back of the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Our score is 45-43. Chicago State making a gallant comeback here very quickly, Mac.
Well, it's one of these situations we talked a little bit at halftime, Mike, you and I off the air, but it's a timeout situation that is needed right now. UNI has had their 5 starters in the entire second half, so you take a timeout now, it's 11 minutes without a blow, and they set Jay Block down, and Lonnie Mead has come in. The UNI people will be getting a little tired because Chicago State has played about even time with most of their players. I don't think probably anybody has much more, maybe about 15 minutes of game time at this point.
The last 3 minutes have belonged entirely to Chicago State. They were down by 10, and in a matter of 3 minutes have reduced the lead to 2. They're on the defense right now as UNI brings the ball up with Dave Carley. Dave Carley has the ball tapped away between the circles, and the foul was called on Buckley of Chicago State.
Buckley has really done a good job coming off the bench. He's gotten some defensive rebounds, has gotten 6 points, and has done an excellent job at the defensive guard position.
On Buckley, that is foul number 3. UNI into the bonus, and Dave Carley going to the line with the 1-and-1. Dave Carley, as we mentioned before the game, had the stomach flu, was not feeling very good. He has 3 points thus far, looking for 4, and he misses. The rebound brought down by Madison of Chicago State. Left pass in the attack zone for Arnold. He drives all the way, no good. The follow ran, no good. A foul called on a UNI player. UNI just did not get down in time, or maybe you could credit it to Chicago State's lightning-quick offensive attack.
A lot of it's Arnold's quickness. They just got an offensive rebound off that defensive rebound off the missed free throw, threw it to half court, and Arnold just jetted down there and had Ray Stork one-on-one. Went up against Stork, missed it. Rand came in for the rebound, and Rand had a chance to make the layup, but he used his left hand on the right side of the basket and just did not have the angle at all. In fact, it was almost...
Well, he uses the left hand to hit the first of the free throws, makes it 45-44. The UNI lead has been cut to 1 with 8:42 left to go in the basketball game. Rand with his left hand again, hits, and now it is 45 all with 8:42 left. So let's see what happens here in this critical stage. Lonnie Mead driving quickly down the court, switching hands on the dribble, pulls up from 13, no good. Stork tried to follow, couldn't up with it. Ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Chicago State, and UNI will keep it underneath its own basket.
Big Pin and Ray Stork went up and battled for that when it went off Big Pin's hands.
Dave Carley keys the inbounds pass. Left corner to Carmichael. Left foul line extended for Herb King. Near corner Carley. Top of the key. Lonnie Mead directing traffic right now. Goes left wing for Dave Carley. 8:20 left to go in the basketball game. They switch wings and go to Mead. Top of the key. Carmichael. Passing it inside to Ray Stork. His shot from 10 rattles around the rim, in and out. The rebound brought down by Madison, but taken away by Carmichael, and he drills it from 10 feet on the right baseline.
Excellent anticipation. They're always looking for Arnold to bring the ball down, and he was over in the corner, and Carmichael snuck in there behind everybody and picked off the pass.
47-45. We're under the 8-minute mark to go in the basketball game. Lehman goes left, heads right, stops. Passes to Thigpen, top of the key. Left side, Zeke Rand, who has not scored very much in this second half, just 3 points. Right foul line extended. Big Ten with the basketball. 7:40 left to go in the basketball game. UNI applying sticky man-to-man pressure. Right side, Madison heads toward the high post. Gives it to Lehman. Right wing, Big Ten tries a shot, an air ball. The rebound brought down by UNI's Brent Carmichael, the smallest man out there on the basketball court. And he pulls up Marcus Haynes, avoiding a couple of Chicago State players. Finds Carley on the far corner. His shot no good from 20. Meade tries to tap for the rebound off his fingers. It belongs to Chicago State.
I'll tell you, Herbert King, it's just a pleasure to watch him play defense. He is doing an excellent job on Rand. He has Rand frustrated now a little bit offensively for Chicago State. He comes down, he tries to set the low post. He can't get good position because Herb does a good job of taking it away. Tries to go outside, and Herbert's right there with him.
Jay Block will be coming into the basketball game at the next opportunity. Who do you think for, Mac, real quick?
I'm going to guess he may even take out Carley. A couple of minutes, Carley has not looked good. He has the flu, and he's going to be tired very quickly.
Okay, so that might be the weak link. We'll see what happens here as Arnold drives in, 10 feet baseline jumper, no good. Big Pen with the rebound, forces it up, no good once again. The ball went out of bounds, and it belongs to Chicago State.
Well, once again, I'm wrong. We're going to take out Ray Stork. That would be another player to look for because Ray does need a breath before you go into the last 3 minutes of the game.
Ray Stork averaging 9.5 points a basketball game right now. So far has 6 points, has not scored in the second half. Herb King rips the inbound pass away on the steal, gives it to Brent Carmichael. Big break for UNI. They lead by 2. 6.5 left to go in the basketball game. Between the circles, Meade calls the play. Number 2, left foul line extended. Carmichael, right foul line extended. Jay Block, now to Carley on the left foul line extended. Right foul line extended. It is Lonnie Meade sneaking inside, gives the pass to Carmichael. He missed the layup. The rebound comes down to Buckley for Chicago State. 6.5 left to go in the basketball game. Cullum, left free, 15-foot baseline jumper, won't go. Rebound Meade for UNI. Gives it to Brent Carmichael. Here come the Panthers again, looking to go up by 4 points. Carley in the near corner. Left foul line extended for Meade. Top of the key, Brent Carmichael. Carmichael gives it to Block on the left foul line extended. Right wing, they switch the attack and go with Dave Carley. Left side, they go back to King. Right side, Meade. And Big Pen, as he was driving down at a 45-degree angle to take Meade, ran into Dave Carley, who was trying to set the screen.
Herbert King's getting a blow here just before they need him for the final minutes, and he has had an excellent game, just excellent game.
Well, let's get specific about that excellent game. 7 points so far, not much as far as scoring is concerned. However, for Herb, it is above his 6.0 average, but he's played great defense as well, Matt.
Great defense, and he has gotten a number of boards, and there have been 3 or 4 times when he did not get the rebound, but he kept it alive. Some of those offensive rebounds we talked about earlier, and he was able to keep a ball alive for a teammate.
Dave Carley, who was sacked by Thigpen, as Thigpen was trying to take Meade on the guarding position, hits the first of the foul shots. Second one up there, it is no good. 48-45. 5:57 left to go in the basketball game. The ball rolls out of bounds on the attempted rebound by Thigpen. We have an injury timeout. Thigpen resting on the floor on the near corner in the UNI zone. I can't tell exactly the nature of the injury.
I can't either. It was a collision when they went up in the air. He and Chicken Jackson went up in the air to get the ball, and he kind of lost his balance and came down on his the back of his leg or his rear area, and seemingly he'll be all right.
Resting with his hands on his knees right now, standing erect. Now he's walking. I think he'll be 48-45. Northern Iowa leading by 3 points here in the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa. 5:57 left to go in the basketball game. Northern Iowa will take the ball out of bounds because it was Thigpen attempting to get the missed shot on the second free throw who lost control of the ball, so UNI gets it.
Am I seeing a Pink Panther in front of us? I think I am, right?
Mac, you've been drinking too much.
Oh, it's that Coca-Cola.
Left wing Meade. Top of the key, Chicken Jackson, who's just coming into the basketball game now. Meade on the left wing, looks left, now throws it back outside on the right for Brent Carmichael. Left wing, Dave Carley. Top of the key goes to Jay Block. Left foul line extended, Herb King. Top of the circle, Lonnie Meade. Other side to Brent Carmichael. Top of the key, Carley. Gives it to Block, drives down, 10-foot shot, good step.
Jay Block was a little hesitant. He had an opening, did not take it when it was there, and by the time he took it, he had to take some stutter steps to get around the man, and he traveled.
You're seeing Pink Panthers. I'm feeling raindrops.
It's kind of an unusual night. The Pink Panthers we're referring to is the team mascot that's walking around in front of us now, entertaining some children, namely Mike Lee and Mac McCausland.
The rain I'm referring to is coming from the roof of the Unidome. Left side, Buckley thinks about the shot, drives the baseline, lays it off, or at least tried to Duran, couldn't get the pass, kept the ball, lays it up and in. 48-47, we have a one-point basketball game again, 5:11 left to go in it. Carley takes the ball, crosses the timeline on the far side, standing in the far backcourt. Dribbles his way to between the circles. Left foul line extended for Jackson. Jackson almost puts the ball on the floor, gives it to Meade, and Meade drills it from 17 on the right side of the key.
Lonnie Meade came off a low pick out to the what we call the short 17 area, just free throw line extended, received the ball with nobody around him, squared up, made the shot.
Sherrod Arnold driving the right side of the lane, I believe has drawn the foul from Brent Carmichael. That means trouble for the UNI Panthers. It is on Carmichael, his fourth, team foul number 5 on UNI.
I'm a little surprised Chicago State didn't go to this a little earlier. Brent Carmichael is so critical to UNI, and Sherrod Arnold is an excellent driver, and they should have cleared out a side maybe a little earlier and have him take Brent Carmichael one-on-one.
Inbounds pass, Cullum banks it up over the glass against Stork. It's a one-point ball game once again, 50-49, 4:36 left to go in the basketball game. Don't you turn your dials yet.
Chicago State is putting more pressure on. This is not just a press to possibly have the ball turnover. They're trying to get it back right now and create some real speed tempo game here.
Dave Carley drives his way inside the lane. The ball was knocked out of his hands by Arnold. Carley regained control of the ball, but the referees say he actually double dribbled.
Yep, and that's due to the pressure. There was a two-time on Carley.
Lob pass inside. Cullum reverse pivots, loses control of the ball. Carmichael takes it on the steal. Carmichael dribbling with his left hand, now his right hand, drives the lane, puts it up and in!
Excellent. Brent Carmichael beat 2 Chicago State players down court, and he knew he had a 5-on-3 situation. He took advantage of it as far as the defense would let him go, and the defense let him get to the 3-foot area, and he went up for a bank shot.
Carmichael making up for that foul, taking it all the way. A 3-point lead, and boy, oh boy, that looks comfortable for UNI, but as soon as I say that, Cullum hits it from about 10 feet on the right wing, 52-51. Another one-point basketball game. 3:40 left to go in it. We have a timeout on the court, and we'll be back after this for Peaster.
Saturday, January 30th. The meet will start at noon. The track teams from UNI, Iowa State, Drake, and Iowa.
We never did get to do that, I remember. So we did it later.
Also, a reminder of UNI women's basketball team hosting Luther tomorrow night here in the Dome. Kickoff at 7:30. And UNI wrestling team will host the Cyclones from Iowa State on Thursday, January 28th. That meet will take place here in the Dome. Will begin at 7:30. Tickets are on sale for the Unidome ticket office located in the lobby.
We're back at the Unidome. Our score is Northern Iowa 52, State 51. 3:40 left to go in the basketball game. And inbounding the ball for the Panthers will be Brent Carmichael. Let's check on the scoring, Mac.
Herbert King has 7, Pianowski 11, Stork 6, Carmichael 12, Block 8, Carley 4, Meade 4.
The ball's inbounded. Jay Block has it, drives his way across the timeline, double teamed in the near backcourt. The ball is taken away by Arnold of Chicago State. But Dick Dotson, the referee from Waterloo, rules that, at least preliminary anyway, UNI keeps the ball. I think he was about ready to change his mind, but he is the one who made the official ruling, and no other official on the court can overrule the official who makes the original call, unless there are extraordinary circumstances. There were not any extraordinary circumstances, and UNI keeps the ball with Dave Carley between the circles. Left foul line extended for Jay Block. On the left wing, Carmichael shakes free, took a bad shot off the glass, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in!
Carmichael missed a poor shot, should not have taken it probably to begin with, went in, got his rebound, and rectified it by then making the layup over two people, about 6'5".
They're 54-51. Arnold, right baseline, partially blocked away. The rebound, Buckley recovers, no good. Cullum on the third try puts it in.
Well, that's an unusual situation. The shot by Stork was blocked behind the basket. It did not hit any bracket or any part of the basket, so it was still alive.
Chicken Jackson driving down on the semi-fast break from Carmichael. Gets the foul from a Chicago State player. As we say, our score, Northern Iowa 54, Chicago State 53. The foul called on the Cougars, Ron Cullum.
As I was going to finish on the other end of the court, the Chicago State people, when they took the shot, it was blocked by Stork. It went behind the brackets. Nobody touched or did anything. They just went over. Chicago State picked up the ball, and UNI was expecting an official maybe to say that it was out of bounds or dead. You have to keep playing until that official blows a whistle.
Chicken Jackson underneath the basket tried the shot. It was no good, so gets the two-shot foul. First free throw up there, good. 55-53, a little bit of breathing room for the Panthers over these clawing Cougars from Chicago. 2:47 left to go in our basketball game. I should say perhaps regulation time, the way this thing's been going, Mac.
UNI has a chance to waste a foul, or what we call waste a foul. If somebody's driving wide open for a layup, before they even take their shooting motion, you may want to grab them because they won't even be in the one-on-one.
Jackson hits both. 2:47 left, and UNI has a three-point lead. Here comes Sherrod Arnold, the transfer from the University of Illinois. Drives the right side of the lane, double-teamed, dumps it off real quickly for Buckley, and he lays it in right underneath the basket. Counts the two-pointer, and we have a foul called against the Panther.
That'll make Coach Berry get gray hairs. You know, there's a situation where the man was standing underneath the basket, and Sherrod Arnold made a great penetration, dropped it off to him, and Buckley's going to go up for the layup. You ought to either grab him so he can't make the basket, or just let him have the layup. Instead, you kind of halfway go after him. You get the foul, he makes the basket. You're looking at a three-point play and a tie game.
And Ray Stork was assessed the foul, and it is a three-point play. 56 all, 2:34 left. Most importantly, that's the fourth foul on Ray Stork. In a tight game like this one, you can't really afford to have your second leading scorer out of the ball game. Jackson driving, lays it up and in, counts the basket, and the foul is called against Ron Cullum of Chicago State. Brent Carmichael in his own zone on the far side just heaved it down court for Chicken Jackson. Chicken decided to take it all the way and got the 2 points and drew the foul. So it could be a three-point lead for UNI once again.
That situation right there, we talked earlier in the game with about 8 minutes to go that UNI cannot get conservative. You have to take it to the basket. Chicken Jackson got it on the wing, free throw line extended, way in the corner, and he just drove as hard as he could to the basket, and with his jumping ability, laid it right over the rim.
And Chicken hits the free throw. Boy, he's having a good game here all of a sudden. 59-56, 2:20 left to go in the basketball game. Mac, how many points for Chicken?
That is 5 points in probably just about 3 minutes. He did not play the first half.
Low post. The Chicago State players were trying to go to Greg Lehman. Ball batted out of bounds by Brent Carmichael. Chicago State will keep underneath its own basket. 2:15 left. The Cougars down by 3. Near corner, Arnold. Left side they go to Cullum. Deep corner, Lehman free. No good. A rebound, Jackson. Gives it to Carmichael. Carmichael, cross-court pass. Knocked away by Buckley. Recovered by Chicken Jackson. Buckley and Jackson on the floor near the far hash mark. And a foul will be called against Chicken Jackson of UNI.
And that's a situation now that will put Chicago State in the 1-and-1 line and be able to catch up while the clock does not run.
On Chicken, that is his first foul, but more importantly, as Max says, it puts Chicago State into the bonus. Stepping to the line, Sherrod Arnold. Arnold so far has scored just 4 points, but he's more of a playmaker tonight. He's done a good job in that role. Hits the foul shot, makes it 59-57. Northern Iowa by 2 points, 2 minutes exactly left to go in the basketball game. Could make it a one-pointer right here, does so. See what Chicago
full court
State tries
pressure,
to
I'm
do.
sure, and Chicago State will come strong and quick with all their people now.
Blocked, passes it to Carly. On the far sideline in their own zone, UNI trying to bring it up. Carly lays it off for Carmichael. He dribbles across the timeline and calls play number 1. 1:50 left to go in the basketball game. It's a 1-point game here in the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Now they swing Jackson out on the far side as Carmichael keeps the ball. Bounce passes it on the far hash mark for Dave Carly.
UNI is in their control game now. They've brought everybody out above the free throw line area, leaving the back door open whenever a man can get free.
And it is Chicago State's obligation to come out there and play UNI on that sort.
And they'll definitely be there. They're pressing pretty much man-to-man straight up. They haven't looked for the two-time yet at all.
Lehman on Carly between the circles. Carly hands it off on a reverse pivot to Carmichael. Carmichael drives the lane, puts it up and in! That could be the biggest basket of the game. Carmichael slowly went down on the handoff from Carly and got the basket. Now Chicago State on the attack. Arnold trying the shot from the right wing, gets the foul from a UNI player, I think.
That's Cullum's foul.
No, it's on Chicago State.
And that'll be his 5th. He'll be out of the game. Cullum finishes with 11 points for the night. And it's going to be an opportunity here, really, to extend that lead by Ray Stork from 3 points to 5 points, and UNI should be in an excellent position then to be able to kill the clock.
Well, Cullum,
but right now, we can't consider it over. It's still just a 3-point game.
Was trying desperately to get his Chicago State players back into things and committed the foul in his over-eagerness to do so. We have a lot of time remaining, really. 1:02 left in the basketball game. Our score is Northern Iowa 61 and Chicago State 58. Into the game, replacing Cullum, who fouled out, Thomas Thigpen. At the line, Ray Stork for the Northern Iowa Panthers. Ray, so far on the game, 6 points. Hasn't scored in the second half. Now he does.
And Ray is a very good free throw shooter. We've talked about his touch. At 15 feet, he is excellent. Where he should be most of the time is that 5-foot area to use not only his touch but his height advantage.
Leading free throw shooter on the team before that game. I said if Chicago State gets in trouble, which they are right now, they don't want to foul Ray Stork. He is leading the team in free throw percentage at 82%. Hits both. It's now 63-58, a 5-point lead for the Panthers. Far corner, Thigpen. Thigpen back on the foul line, extended for Rand. They fish it inside. They try to Lehman. They go to Thigpen, and he lays it up. No good. Tapped up once or twice by Rand. No good. And a foul called on probably Jay Block of Northern Iowa.
UNI went to a zone and packed it in there pretty tight, so you had to take the outside shot. Chicago State was still able to get the ball inside to Thigpen, who went up for the layup, missed it. Rand tried to get the tip and got fouled. So it's a 1-and-1, and again, you're allowing the team to catch up when the clock is stopped, and this is what you just don't want as a coach.
Rand misses. The rebound, Ray Stork. Ray Stork in triple trouble. Pivoting, twist.